Hello, everybody, and welcome to 321 Sportscast, another edition of the Summer Series 2024. In studio today, I have Riley Toll from Melbourne High School, formerly of Melbourne, heading off to Alabama. What's up, Riley?
Happy to be here. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming in today. How's your summer so far, other than a lot of heat?
It's great. Yeah, very hot. I'm ready to move up north for a little bit. I can't deal with this heat anymore.
Well, Riley, we're going to take a little bit of time and let everyone get to know a little bit about you, what you got going on in the world of dance, heading up to Alabama. So you've been a member of Dance Mania for a long time, and your life has been dance since the age of 2.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about dancing at Dance Mania and all these years you put into this art.
Wow. I mean, I've been at Dance Mania for 11 years now. So, just kind of leaving that and branching off, I'm just kind of like, what do I do now, But I mean, Dance Mania is it's a family in itself. I mean, the people I've met, the people I've found, like some of my best friends are all there, and just growing up with the same people. And it's crazy because I've grown up with these girls since I was 6, and now we're all graduated off to big things. It's crazy, but I would say it's definitely like my biggest blessing I found for sure here, and made me the person I am today. So
real quick, we've got to give a big shout out to Dana and Danae. I've known them for a few years now, and since they built that new facility over on Sarno and watched them grow, love seeing all the athletes and winning championships and going off to colleges and stuff like that. So big shout out to Dana and Danae. You tried some other sports growing up. You did a little bit of cheer and a little bit of soccer. Weren't too attractive to you, huh?
No, not at all. I did West Melbourne cheer when I would say I was 5. And I also did soccer, and the heat was it was not for me. I was like, I need to find a sport that is in the AC, and then I found dance, and I was like, yep, this is it. I'm gonna stay with this. Did not expect to stay dancing for 11 years and make a future out of it, but it's just the plan unfolded the way it did, and now I'm here. So I would not take anything back for sure.
So we have something extremely in common, and that's air condition.
Yeah,
love my air condition. What is it about the sport of dance? Like, dance is a very unique sport. It doesn't get a lot of shine on media. There's a ton of business out there, so many great stories and athletes. What is it about the sport of dance that attracted you and made you fall in love with that sport?
I think dance is just a storyteller, like if you're having a bad day, you just go and dance and you can let out every single emotion that you're feeling that day. And I think dance, a lot of people only see like the tutus and the things like that, but nobody really gets to see kind of the athletic side that we really do portray, put our bodies into. And I think showing people like what we really do and, what we have to go through, people can finally start to kind of respect that side of us. And I think dance has so much more to offer than just, turning or spinning or jumping in the air. There's so much more to it that I think once
I've seen it behind the scenes. I've been into Dance Mania, and I've seen endless hours. I know you probably put in so many. This isn't a knock on football players and baseball players, but dance members that I've seen at Dance Mania, it's just an endless, like, live and diet. What are some of the different styles of dance that you do?
So at Dance Mania, I competed in pom, jazz, and lyrical, but then I also trained in ballet, hip hop, acro, things like that. So I was really training everything, but I mostly competed and spent my hours in jazz, lyrical, and pom.
Got a favorite one?
Jazz, for sure.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest storyteller is jazz.
And congratulations, by the way, you're heading off to Alabama soon, right?
I am.
When are you leaving?
I leave, so we actually have summer training from the July 10th through the 21st. So I'll be gone for that, but then I come back for a few weeks, and then I move into my dorm officially August 9th. So
she's headed to Roll Tide country, the kings of college football, one of the biggest and best colleges in many opinions.
You know it.
But you lost Nick Saban, so it should be some interesting times there at the University of Alabama.
Keep us in your thoughts and prayers, guys, please.
So at Dance Mania, you've competed at the highest level of competition. You guys won 14 world champion titles and 2 ICU world champion titles. And tell us a little bit about competing in those. Like, what's that like to compete at that level and to win?
Yeah, honestly, it's a feeling like no other. You're representing not just yourself and your team and your studio, but the United States of America as a whole. And it's literally like the Olympics. You're competing against Japan, Australia, Mexico, and just having them come up to you and ask for pictures because, the United States is so different for them. It's just a feeling I can't even comprehend. And, like the training to get there, we start our seasons in July and you're training nonstop from July until May. So, you finally get to May and you're at your peak and you're at the very end of your season. And it's just like everything you've worked for, it's all paying off, So Is
USA the best out of all those different countries? Do we dominate?
I think so, yeah, for sure. Not just our studio, but, just studios across the country. I think we all represent.
But when Japan goes up against y'all, they're like, oh, we're going up against Americans.
Yeah, I would say, honestly, Japan is definitely our toughest competition for sure because, they are so synchronized and they are incredible for sure. They are. I think if you ask any dancer in America who is your biggest competition around the world, they would say Japan for sure.
And it's the team sport too, right? Like if one girl messes up, she can mess up the whole thing.
Yeah, no, our style of dance is team-based, so it's not like individual where I do my own thing. Yeah,
crazy.
You do it for your team for sure.
What do you want to study when you go into college?
I'm going into kinesiology because, growing up with dance, I've had a few injuries and, been in physical therapy too many times for only being 18. But that really sparked my interest in, wanting to help athletes start from the bottom and, work their way back up into their sport. And I'm hoping to do that with, more athletes and kind of like in the NFL worlds for sure. So
what is it about the University of Alabama to you that attracted you to want to go there?
I mean, it's Alabama.
Parties. No,
no.
That's why I would go. I heard no, I'm just kidding.
It's Alabama. I've been looking at schools since my freshman year, and Alabama's kind of always been in the back of my head. I didn't think I was capable of, making it there, just because it's in a league of its own. In sports, academics, the university and the college itself is the traditions there. The size is insane. I mean, you can't even walk the campus. You have to take buses pretty much everywhere.
You gotta get your little scooter.
Yeah.
Coming around. Sure. Come around. Gotta get to class.
So it's really, and then on top of that, the dance team, they're just a family and a sisterhood that, it's just something you look at and you're like, wow, I really want to be a part of that. And
do you feel nervous or intimidated, or are you confident? Like, I got this.
I'm definitely, going into your freshman year of college, you're definitely nervous. I've grown up in Melbourne my entire life, so leaving my family and my friends, I'm a little nervous for that, but I'm so excited.
But it's not like you're going to get picked on. It's not like high school. They're not going to pick you
they're
up,
not going to put me in a locker,
head in the toilet or anything like that.
No, but
They keep it cordial in Alabama. I was going to wear my suspenders for this interview, but I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go all Alabama style. So where has the sport of dance taken you? I know you traveled a lot in competitions. Any cool places you've competed in?
I mean, in dance, I pretty much go to Orlando every other weekend. So that's one thing. But I've traveled to Cincinnati, Ohio a few times. I go to Nashville a lot for sure. I think
I want to go to Nashville.
I've been to Las Vegas a few times. Not many can say that they've been walking on the Vegas Strip when they were 7 years old, but that was me for sure, But
plus, while you're there competing, mom and dad can drop a few bucks in the slot machine.
We had
enjoy themselves
we would have
a little
event
bit.
breaks, and all the parents would be trying to make some money, try to pay off those dance bills for
and then they all go back to the room broke. No, what about some hobbies when you're not dancing and working on schoolwork? What do you like to do?
Honestly,
in your little bit of free time.
I would say my dance schedule was 5 days a week. I would start my day going to school at 8 a.m. and I'd get home from dance around 9, and my family would mostly be asleep. So, I would just, any free time I had, I would try to spend it with friends and family for sure. I mean, I didn't really also have time to learn anything else, any other sports, nothing like that. Nothing really ever sparked my interest either. So, it's just trying to spend time with family and
see that, parents, if you're thinking about a sport to get your daughter into, dance will keep her so busy.
It will.
She won't have time to go out and party or get in any trouble.
It keeps you out of trouble for sure.
Let's talk food. I'm a big food guy, as you can tell.
Me too.
What's your favorite kind of food?
Pasta. Any type of pasta.
And where do you like to get some good pasta at?
My top two, number one is 100% Carrabba's for sure. And then I would say Olive Garden after that. That's like
mainstream. You even went mainstream on us a little bit, but two excellent choices.
Yeah, no,
I could go for some Olive Garden right now. Some breadsticks and some salad.
Yeah, for sure.
What about, let's go back to high school. What was your favorite subject at Melbourne High School?
I would say either English or any type of kind of science,
Two of my worst subjects. Is there a teacher just off the top that you're going to miss?
Miss Thomas, my English teacher, senior year.
Ooh, big shout out to Miss Thomas. What up? What's one or two things about Melbourne High School? Just tell us some good things about Melbourne High School that you'll miss.
I think everybody's high school experience is different. I think mine was, I loved high school, everything about it. I think it's who you surround yourself with, and I surrounded myself with some of my best friends and people in my life, so I think they made it some of the best for sure. I'm going to miss the Friday night football games and the homecomings and the proms for sure, but I think just, your 4 years of high school change you for sure. Like, it's like looking back freshman year, I'm like, who was this girl? I had no idea I'd end up here and where I am today. So for sure, just friends and the people and the relationships you make, and definitely those homecoming football games, don't take them for granted, because now looking back, I'm like, I kind of wish I went to more of those games and things like that.
Don't tear up on me now. Come on now. You're gonna be at an Alabama football game.
Yeah, that's
telling
true.
them how awesome Melbourne games are.
That's true.
You should have been at a Melbourne game. There's 100,000 people. There's over
true.
like 100. Alabama's like one of the biggest
stadiums as well.
85,000, 100,000, 110, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so in the next 4 years, it's going to go by quick. Hopefully it doesn't feel like it, but it is going to go by. And your life has been all dance. You're going to dance at Bama. What happens to dance when you're done at Alabama, do you think? Or what's a typical options for someone involved in dance?
Yeah, I mean, I think every dancer's journey is different. I mean, it's kind of just how you want your life to continue after that. A lot of dancers go and try to be in the professional dance world, which could be, moving to California and dancing for celebrities and pop stars, or you could try out for an NFL dance team, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, things like that too, like the paid positions, or you can go back to your roots, teach at dance studios, teach younger generations what you've grown up doing, or sometimes college is just where your book closes and then you start your next chapter of your life with your major and things like that. So
maybe you'll be a backup for Justin Timberlake or something.
You'll have to keep an eye out.
Out of all the names I could have threw out there,
yeah,
you just can't hang out with him after. Just get in a little trouble. Anyway, any shout outs you'd like to give? Anybody who's been in your corner since day one, that's just been there for you and guided you along the way?
I would say 100% my family for sure. These past 4 years trying to find my future home has not been easy, so they have been there with me every step of the way. Dance Mania, my teammates, my coaches, the little girls that I've coached, their parents, just the whole family in general. I would not be here without everybody's support. So thank you if you've been a part of my journey, for sure.
Is there any chance your mom and dad are Gator fans and now you're going to Alabama and they got to wear like Alabama maroon?
100% no. My parents both graduated from Florida State, so we are
okay.
We are not Gator fans.
Florida State's harmless. We boo the Gators. Florida State is okay.
It's definitely an adjustment for my dad. He's like, we have like a whole game room that's Florida State themed. So now he has an Alabama shirt, and every time I see him in it, I'm like, this is new. So, but
they'll adjust.
They'll get used to it.
They'll enjoy the trips
they got
up there.
4 years.
So. Well, I want to give a big shout out to your little brother Jace back there. What's up, Jace? Yeah, future baseball star. Jace, what's Jace's last name again?
Toll.
Okay, Jace Toll. I didn't want to assume. Jace Toll, keep an eye out for him. He's going to be doing big things.
He's awesome. He's legit, guys.
Well, I appreciate you, Riley, taking the time to come in today. Wishing you the best of luck. You got a great story, a lot of work involved, and now you're just taking it to the next level to do what you do, make them grades, dance, have some fun along the way, enjoy them football games, and we'll be cheering you on, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so for Riley Toll, formerly of Melbourne, heading on to Alabama, I'm Tracy Rheaume with 321 Sportscast. You guys have a good day.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.